Oh, he just fell over. He might be rabid. He don't look so good. He's sick. Something's wrong with him. So last night when we were coming home from Cheyenne and Christian's, after having Easter with them, this is about the spot where I saw that raccoon. And it could have been the result of the hard winter that we just had, but he looked like he had rabies, and he was actually looking like he wasn't going to make it through the night. I wanted to come down here and just see if I could find him, but I don't like the idea of having an unhealthy raccoon wandering around where I know my dogs are, I guess. But we know this winter was really hard on all of the wildlife. We know the deer and the elk. In all the surrounding areas, there was a significant loss with deer and elk. But more than likely, there was probably significant loss with all the small animals too. So I don't see the raccoon. Hopefully he didn't have rabies, but he didn't look like he was coming out of winter doing too well. So Willie's still trying to decide if he likes to go for a ride or not. Ruby loves it, but Willie's not so much into it. Let's go. Nope, 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 nope. That's what you don't do, buddy. Let's go home. Come on.
It is officially mud season. The Jeep is going to look like this from now until about June when the road dries out. And as much as I'd like to stay here and not go drive that road, I got a bunch of errands to run. We just went through the most extreme winter that we've ever had, and so that means that we have extreme damage onto the road now that everything's melting. We have trenches and mud bogs that we didn't have in places last year, places that we're going to have to add some gravel to this year. This road is a really, really difficult road, and cleaning up the mud is like a full-time job. It's everywhere. But I love, love, love where I live. Makes me always happy to be home even after dealing with all of this madness. Because it's a small town, we know who the owners are of the car wash, and he's been super great to us. I've explained to him he knows where we live, and he says as long as I clean up after myself that I'm still allowed to come. But there are some days where I pull in and he just is like, oh boy, your road is really bad today. Sometimes I've gotten in and I've looked in the mirror and I have mud all over my face. I'm like, oh, that's good. Good thing I didn't go into the store looking like that. But if you see me in the store looking like that, you'll know why.
Take me back to the old dirt road where Mama and Papa used to go. Let's sing all them songs from a long time ago and pine for them old days of yore. like the leaves on the trees. Let me fly like the leaves when they fall. Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring. Let's go back a ways to the old bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow and the glow of the fire pull me home. Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me back down the old dirt road.
Spent all that time spraying it off, went and ran my errands with a nice clean Jeep. Drive home, it's nice and muddy again, so I spray it off while it's wet because if it dries then it's really hard to get off. So round two for today. When the ground is frozen and I leave first thing in the morning, I don't have this problem, but at least for the next month and a half, it's going to be like this. But the good thing about the warm weather is that Heath can get me out the pressure washer and it will make my job a lot easier. Now that, my friends, is an exciting life with cedar. How come I have it in
That's
my
what I'm
head?
putting in the video right there. Not your scripted stuff. I'm putting that.
You want to try it again?
No, that was beautiful. That's the part I'm not kidding. I'm using that part. I was trying to stay completely out of this clip with cedar, but that's the part of cedar that I want everybody to see.
Okay.
Not the part where I say to her constantly, don't say what you think they want you to say. Say what you want to say.
I can't even do that. I stutter.
No, you don't. You do just fine. You gotta.
I was supposed to say, now that, my friends, is an exciting... I can't do it. Oh, my heck. How about I just film? You talk, I film.
No,
Let's just keep it like
it's
that.
much funnier when you talk. And no, this is real cedar. And we should just stop trying to say things that you probably wouldn't say otherwise and just say the things that you would say. Like, you probably would have said in real life with no camera on, you would have said, well, that was a giant waste of time.
I'm just going to hold my cat.
Hold Oreo.
I'm just going to hold the cat. She doesn't talk back to me.
I'm not talking back.
Huh, Oreo.
My plan is to get the siding back together around the door today and to get the concrete that I had to break out of the foundation. Get all this cleaned up today. It's supposed to be 55 degrees. By tomorrow it's like 62. So all the snow and the ice that's kind of left over should be gone. And which reminds me I should probably check the gas. Let's see what the gas gauge is at. Let me turn some lights on. So I'm looking at the pressure test gauge that I put on the gas system over 48 hours ago. And the biggest concern that I had was that it held tests and didn't budge at all. I didn't want to see any movement, maybe down a touch as it cools off at night, and it should come right back up to 15. So this is what it looks like this morning. Within a couple of hours, as the temperatures come up, the gauge will go up again. There are no leaks whatsoever in this gas system. So now I can strap everything and block it and get it ready for inspection. It's done. The gas system is done. I'm going to finish the siding out here around the front door and clean this area up so the kids aren't tripping over this when they're playing basketball. I was 21 years old when my lovely wife Cedar and myself got married. 1 year later, almost to the day, we were in the hospital having a beautiful baby girl who is now almost 24 years old. So what that means is I have been a husband and a father for a longer time than I wasn't. And while I've loved being a father, it is a learned experience. And the way I approach being a father now is much different than the way I used to do it. Unfortunately, my older 3 kids taught me more about being a father than anyone else on the planet could have. And what I've learned along the way has caused me to reevaluate and approach being a father to our younger 2 kids slightly different than I was with their siblings. I tell you all this because I know it's important to Callie and Reed that I get all my junk off the concrete right here. And I know by installing that nice bright wall light we can play some late night basketball over summer. So a couple things. Uh-oh, you hear that? That's the creek. This is the first day that I'm aware of where I can hear the creek. Okay, the other side of this coin is this crazy road that we live on and the mud season and simply being married to somebody that's willing to put up with this, because for the next 6 weeks, every time I walk inside, every time one of the dogs walks inside, there's a chance we're going to leave a little bit of light mud or dirt across the floor. And of course, we all try not to do that. But I guess my point in all this is there have been a few times in our married life of almost 25 years where Cedar had to step in and say, no, this is not in the best interest of our family. And this wasn't one of those times. I think there was moments in the very beginning where she wasn't sure if this was actually going to work out, but she was willing to let me try. And if I was married to somebody that didn't appreciate all of the other things that we have going for our property, the beauty, the solitude, all these things that we love so much, the creek, even on the days like today when there's some concern around the creek, I still love the fact that I can walk outside and hear it. She gets it. She's always been that way. There was something inside me that recognized that pretty quick. And I'm grateful for her more than anything for being willing to wash her Jeep twice a day. That was yesterday. We went and pressure sprayed this thing off yesterday. I think I'm talking about fatherhood a little bit because I'm trying to let you into my brain when it comes to how I choose the projects that I want to do, especially as the ground is starting to dry out. And there are projects that have to be done because it will make our life better up here. And then there are projects that I want to do because it will make our lives more enjoyable, specifically projects around Callie and Reed and even our older kids, and how we can have things around here that naturally incorporate the family. For example, I need to build the most ridiculous fire pit, gazebo, pizza oven, barbecue, /family hangout, /jacuzzi spot, /whatever other ideas my kids can come up with. I need to build something like that. Let's go. Over here. Come on. So there are projects around here that I have to get done that I feel are very important to the safety of my family. Things like a permanent greenhouse and a permanent garden location, as well as more livestock pastures and potentially different types of livestock around here. I believe that's important to my family too. One of the things I can't wait to do this summer is pick a permanent location for an orchard or two. And on our property, there's a few beautiful locations for this orchard, but I need to cut in a trail to get there. So I'll have to choose my time carefully with these projects, but between the hillside behind our house and getting the rock wall built, as well as the acres and acres of trees that need to be thinned, there's lots to do. And almost all of these projects require a dependable excavator. So as the snow is melting off and going away, the ground is still pretty soft, and it's going to be a little bit of time before I can put heavy equipment on the ground. So I need to focus on the shop and get it completely buttoned up. Really, the last thing that needs to be done is the plumbing in the bathroom, and then we can start insulating and closing in the walls. But I still need to get both the plumbing and the electrical inspection before I can do this. The good news is I got the front door finished and the basketball court cleaned up, but at some point over winter when plowing with my little skid steer, I broke the kids' basketball hoop, so I'll need to get on that one pretty quick. This is the creek that runs right through our neighborhood, and as the snow is melting, we're watching it really close. This is the fence line where about a 1/4 mile of 4-string barbed wire fence still has to be fixed. And I have to have that done in less than a month and a half. And there's still enough snow there that you can't see the T-posts yet. Nice! And the foul! Willie's like... Okay, Cal's got 5. Cal's running away with it. Willie said a pig. Willie said a pig. Willie, help you read.
That's in trouble!
No, she got blocked and put it back up. That one's called the chicken. I just think it's funny. We're weird. For real, that sun comes out. It's amazing. How many eggs did we get today? So, is that the most we've gotten in one day? Willie. Willie, no. Bro, you gotta finish that. Hands up. She's got your number, bro. Now he's got 12, but he's got 10.